صلوح حسن رئيسة جمهورية تنزانيا الاتحادية لتقديم كلمتها في هذا المنتدى، فلتتفضل مشكورة إلى المنصة. And now, on behalf of all of you, we are pleased to invite Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, to present her welcome speech in this forum.
Thank you very much, Madam MC. So glad to be here, and I would like to recognize whom I'm here with. And I'll start with Your Excellency Qais bin Mohammed bin Musa Al Yusuf, the Minister for Trade Industries and Investment Promotion in the Sultanate of Oman. Honorable ministers here present, Engineer Reza Jumal Saleh, Chairman of Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Honorable Sheikh Soud Al-Rawahi, Joint Chairman, Oman Tanzania Joint Business Council, businessmen and women from Tanzania and Oman, members of my delegation. I could see so many faces here from Tanzania, so I recognize your presence here. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored, and it's a privilege to join you here today. And with me, there's a big delegation from Tanzania, some of whom they are sitting on the other side, and some of whom they are here with me. And if I should introduce them, we start to my far left, the Ambassador of Tanzania in Oman, Mr. Abdullah Kilimba. Then with me is Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, Baruch Mohammed Nasser. Then I have the Minister in Infrastructure Development in the government of Zanzibar, Honorable Khalid Salim. Then I have Honorable January Makamba, the Minister for Energy in Tanzania. Then the rest of Tanzanian delegation, I'm sure you have met them and you have already started talking to them, and definitely you have known one another. So having done that introduction, I should say that this is my second time to address the Omani business community, the first being in April 2016, where I had the privilege to address the Omani business community in Dar es Salaam on behalf of the late President Magufuli. The business delegation was led by the then Minister for Industry and Trade of Oman, Dr. Ali Masoud Al-Sunaid. On special note, I want to thank the Omani Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Tanzania Embassy for conceiving the idea of holding this important meeting and organizing it so well. I'm in Oman for official visit at the invitation of His Royal Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said to consolidate and strengthening the historic, traditional, and blood ties that so happily existed between our countries and people and still continues to exist. Oman has been a true and reliable friend. Allow me to sincerely thank the Oman government and her people for the valuable support that has been extended to Tanzania for decades long. My visit today is an opportunity to promote and deepen our investment and trade relations. This forum demonstrates our commitment in that respect, while showcasing the progress we have made and the transformation that has taken place in both Oman and Tanzania. The Sultanate of Oman is a very special country to Tanzania. There's no other country in this planet with as many of its citizens who have blood relation with people of Tanzania. Apart from the blood relation, Oman is the only country outside Africa that Swahili language is widely spoken. Yeah. When I was entering the hall, somebody told me you can even address them in Swahili. So that's a pride on our side. So these unique assets of resource can be used by our own countries to promote stronger political, social, and economic ties for the betterment of our people or our two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, trade between us started centuries ago, and it has grown with time. Before coming here, I was visiting the museum, and I saw the trade relation between Oman and Zanzibar, and I saw and learned something which I never knew before. So it's true that the trade relations started long ago, maybe in 1840s, 1838, 1840s, and maybe before that. So 4 years ago, in July 2018, we had the last Tanzania and Oman Business and Investment Forum in Dar es Salaam, whereas more than 200 business entities and companies from Oman participated. What we are witnessing today denotes growing relations beyond governments. And this is a relation between private sectors, the Chamber of Commerce is between two countries, the business fraternity between the two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is comforting to note that trade and investment flow between Tanzania and Oman are still increasing, though the balance is not yet satisfactory. We have to do much more to strike the balance. In the past 5 years, from 2017 2021, value of trade was, the average trade value was estimated at around 112,348 million US dollars, while the average value of Tanzanian exports to Oman in the past 5 years have been 6,438 million US dollars, while the imports on the other side have been valued at an average of 105 imports from Oman to Tanzania, 105,910 million US dollars. The levels of trade can be raised. There's a lot we can do to raise the levels of trade. The statistics that they read, they are not very well balanced. It's fortunately positive or favorable on the side of Oman than on the side of Tanzania. But if you look at the situation, the real situation, Tanzania can export more to Oman. Yeah, so I think we have to do something. There are areas which we haven't tapped them well, and that's why the trade is not balanced. And so as for the investment sector, I'm happy to note that the rate of investment has been high in favor of Tanzania now. And you see, I can smile. Up to April 2022, Tanzania has registered 62 investment projects with a total value of US dollar 308.35 million and creating about 2,489 jobs. The investment is in the sectors of agriculture, commercial building, real estate, construction, human resources, tourism, manufacturing, services, transportation, telecommunication, and infrastructure development. Ladies and gentlemen, we in Tanzania highly recognize the key role that investment plays in bringing about economic growth and employment. To encourage investment, both domestic and foreign, we have strived to make our policies friendlier to investment and business. I know there have been some challenges. I have to recognize this. There has been some challenges, some frustrations, but here I am, and take my word that I'm going to correct whatever happened before, and we are going to work together, trade together, invest, and do investment in both parts of our countries. And we are gathered here using experiences in terms of investment and business opportunities. Some of you are already involved in various businesses in Tanzania and in Oman. And some of you are the new ones or the newcomers in Tanzania and would like to explore available investments in trade opportunities in both Tanzania and Oman. So please be free to explore the opportunities. Tanzania has a lot to offer. So come and explore. And the Tanzanians will explore in Oman. What should we do together? And I know some of you may be asking yourselves, why investing in Tanzania? Why are we here? Why are we saying come and invest in Tanzania? And here are some few reasons why. One, traditional, historic, and blood ties. You can't destroy the business of your brother or your sister. You may do some mishandling, but then you can't destroy it. So we are brothers and sisters, blood brothers and sisters. So that's one reason. And our history dates back to the 19th century. Surely this presents the confidence and assurance that your investment operates in a favorable and friendly environment. Number two is peace, stability, good governance, and conducive environment. And I'm here. I'm the leader of the country. And it comes from my heart and my mouth that we do have a good governance. Come and invest. Number three is that Tanzania is a member of different international agreements and memberships. We are a member of African Trade Insurance Agency. We are a member in the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency and the World Bank. In the World Bank, that's MIGA, and the Swiss-based International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So with this membership, you are assured of your safety in Tanzania. If anything goes wrong, you have somewhere to go for settlement. At the bilateral level, Tanzania entered into investment promotion and protection agreements with many countries, including Oman. I'm glad to note that we are on the finalization stage of the agreement on the avoidance of double taxation. It's going to end for sure, take it from me. Surely all these efforts will go a long way towards reducing further risk of investment in Tanzania and promoting business relations. I hope our two governments will conclude at the earliest possible time the ongoing negotiations on, as I said, apart from the avoidance of double taxations, but there have been other aspects which we have been discussing, and they are going to end soon, to assure you of the doing business environment in Tanzania. Number three is a stable macroeconomic and fiscal policy regime. Tanzania has a stable macroeconomic and policy regime and is among the fastest growing economies in Africa. It is worth to note that according to the 2021 World Investment Report published by UNCTAD, despite adverse effects of COVID-19 to many economies, Tanzania's FDI grew by 2% to $1 billion. Leading in the East African region which signals the confidence of foreign investors in the country's economic prosperity. So come and invest in Tanzania. All macroeconomic indicators are good, and prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, average GDP growth has been around 6.87%, but then due to COVID-19, we dropped to 4%, and now we have started growing again. This year we are talking of 5.6, 5.8. So we are growing. We do have a good growing economy. As a matter of policy, Tanzania is also committed to fostering a private sector-driven economy. The government continues to improve the business climate, and in collaboration with the private sector, it's working closely to formulate competitive and pro-business policies that are geared to achieving that objective. Since my assumptions to power, my policy has been let government govern and private sector do the business. And I mean it. And I mean it. No more business for the government. The private sector will do the business. And we in the government are creating favorable environment for the private sector, whether domestic or foreign, to thrive and do the business in Tanzania. That's my policy. So we have come a long way, and now we adopted we did the adaptation and implementation of the blueprint for regulatory reforms to improve business environment, but we also worked with the tax administrations, and we have removed so many nuisance taxes, and we did the rationalization and harmonization of duplicating roles and functions of some regulatory authorities. Before, it was like one company be audited by different regulatory authorities, but now it's just one auditing, and if it is anything to do with any regulatory functions, it's going to be done by only authority of the government. Then the privilege we have in Tanzania is the market access. We are a member of East African Community, which is having more than 300 million people, plus the DRC, which joined recently. But then we are a member of SADC, Southern African Development Community. So together, we make a population of close to 400, close to 500 million people, and that's a bigger market. But we are also a member of African Continental Free Trade Area, and that's boasting with a population, with a market of 1.3 billion. It's 1.3 billion, a market with a GDP of $3.4 trillion. So that's a bigger market. And you know what? Tanzania is a gate to all these African countries. So when you trade with Tanzania, invest in Tanzania, you have all this big market in Africa. But we also have a labor force. Tanzanian population is a young population. The younger population is about 68% of our total population. So we have the manpower. We have the manpower to work with your companies, with your investments. We have the semi-skilled labor force, most of them, but we do have the professional ones. We have the bankers here with you, so we also offer capital loans to the businesses. The bankers are here with you. Investment facilities. With me here are the heads of agencies of Zanzibar Investment Authority, Sharif Ali Sharif. But then I'm having someone from the Tanzania Investment, TIC. So they will be explaining on investments incentives we do offer to our investors in the country. We have also set up various exports processing zones. There might be someone else who can explain on the export processing zones, but we do have those facilities in Tanzania, and please come and join with us. Apart from the above-mentioned efforts, Tanzania has also embarked on the following mega projects that are destined to promote business and investment in East, Central, and Southern Africa. We know that investments needs infrastructure development. So in Tanzania now we are heavily investing in standard gauge railway, which is about 2,000 some few kilometers, 2,300 kilometers, I think, which is crossing at the middle of Tanzania, connecting to Burundi and DRC. And probably when it reaches DRC, some countries will join to go up to African countries, Central Africa and west of Africa. But then we know that investment is power, energy. We do have a mega project which will produce around 2,115 megawatts of electricity. Minister of Energy, is that correct? Yeah. And it's going on well. So when we complete the dam, Tanzania will be having a total of, let's say, 10,000 megawatts of electricity, plus other smaller projects. So electricity power is guaranteed. We know that investment is water, and we are working hard on that. So far, we have done the coverage of about 78% throughout the country, but we have so many projects on site. And by 2025, it's our expectation that in rural areas, water availability, water access is going to be around 85%, and in cities and towns, it's going to be 95% by 2025. So electricity, water, transportation services are all guaranteed. Excellencies, after presenting the efforts of the government in creating trade and investment conducive environment, let me now take this opportunity to present to you the abundant investment opportunities that Oman can tap into, and these are agriculture, mining, tourism, manufacturing, fishing, ICT, and infrastructure development. In agriculture, there is plenty of arable land yet to be utilized. And for us, agriculture composed of three major sectors. That's agriculture itself, fisheries, but also agriculture, fisheries, and livestock keeping, and livestock. So these are major three sectors of agriculture, which is not yet very well tapped. On agriculture itself, we are talking of having irrigation schemes to produce food crops, fruits, vegetables. So you may join us in this. In mining, nearly all minerals known to exist in the earth or earth crust also exist in Tanzania, but we are favored. God has given us more. One mineral, the Tanzanite, just in Tanzania, the Tanzanite. So we have all, and currently we have embarked on being a gas economy, given our discoveries in a sizable natural gas deposits, and soon will be an emerging market for gas production in the world. We are having an LNG project, liquefied nitrogen natural gas, And it's going to be the biggest in Africa. Yeah, for now, Mozambique are boasting themselves having the biggest project, but when we start in Tanzania, it's going to be the biggest. As I have said before, that nature has favored us. We also have exotic tourism places, such as the historic Spice Islands of Zanzibar, on which maybe some of you have already visited. And if you haven't, this is not a place to miss. Please do visit Zanzibar. We also have exotic, world-renowned game parks on the mainland. And thus, there are many untapped opportunities in the hospitality industry, the hotels. We still need more. We have influx of tourists coming in the country, but we still need more hotels. The hotels we are having are not enough. So please come and invest in that area. With the huge lakes and 100-kilometer of sea coastline and the 200-kilometer exclusive economic zone, fishing is a highly prospective investment opportunity. Right now, there is no serious fishing in our high seas. There are some nations who are coming to Tanzania, to our high seas and catching the stocks over there. We can't chase them away because we don't have the facilities, so they are just catching and go. So this is another area we can seriously work on in joint venture. Ladies and gentlemen, I was informed that this year's Business and Investment Forum is focusing on sectors such as tourism, manufacturing, agriculture, livestock and fisheries sector, and sea transportation. And I would like to talk on sea transportation. The unfavorable trade balance is due to lack of transportation facilities, especially the marine transportation. So this is another area where we can work together. The marine vessels to transport maybe live animals and so many resources from Tanzania, so many goods from Tanzania to Oman. If we have that privilege of having the marine transport, then a lot of trade is going to be done between our two parts. But again, the establishment of export processing zones, yeah, it's our priority, because as I said before, our population is a very young population. We have a lot of unemployment. We have a lot of graduates out of universities. They don't have any work to do. They are not employed. So we believe that the export processing zones, they are the areas, this is the area where we can employ many of them, plus the industrial park. The industrial park export processing zones can employ a lot of our young population. Mining and real estate is another area, and the real estate we have a professional man here. Mchechu, please stand up so they can see you. Yeah, and joint venture. He will explain, he'll be explaining by himself what he intends to do in this forum. So apart from the suggested areas, I urge the forum to look into how both countries can use their full potentials to strengthen and promote joint venture between Tanzania and Oman companies in order to improve the capacities of Tanzanian manufacturing sector. This can cover, and I know there's a frustration in here, but I'm telling you, who is dealing with a meat processing factory in here? Yes, yes, yes. I know the frustration you have. I'm going to solve it. Take it from me. But then part of meat processing industry, oil seeds industry, sesame, cotton, and sunflower is also found in abundance in Tanzania. And we have decided to have block farming of sunflower seeds so that we can produce edible oil from sunflower for the local market and for the foreign market. Fruits processing industries and fish processing industry. I've talked about deep sea fishing, which haven't been tapped quite well, but then Tanzania is constructing the fishing port in Kilwa, and that's an area where fishing is done in high quantity. We'll be having the fishing port, but we also need the processing plant for whatever is going to be caught in the high seas to be processed in the country and then be transported or exported to wherever in this world. We are also encouraging investment projects in clean energy, such as geothermal, solar, and wind, and the minister is here. He's going to explain more on that. Tanzania is also attracting partnership in industries to improve the production capacities of the products with high demand in Oman. Whatever is in high demand in Oman, we are ready to provide the raw materials, process it there, then be transported or exported to Oman. In conclusion, my dear sisters and brothers, I hope Oman and Tanzania business people and the several government officials gathered here this afternoon will rise to the occasion and take our economic relation to the next level. I want to see increased economic investment and business relations between our two friendly countries become more robust, because we both have a lot to offer to each other and much to benefit from one another. I brought with me responsible government officials and some businessmen and women from both Zanzibar and Tanzania mainland who will give you detailed information and answer all your questions. And I hope that after my visit, there will be an Oman business delegation visiting Tanzania and ready to invest, not only visiting Tanzania, but ready to invest. You come with your idea, we'll provide you land, we'll provide you capital, joint venture capital, bankers are here. We'll provide you with nice policies, favorable incentives. Come and invest in Tanzania. Come one, come all. And I thank you for your kind attention. Let me tell you one thing. I've been in Oman since yesterday. I've been well received, got a very high respect with my reception. I didn't expect His Majesty, the Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said, to be at the airport receiving me, but he was there. He was there. He has given me a lot of his time. We had several discussions in several sectors, and I'm telling you, we are going to work together. So this is the occasion for our business fraternity from the two countries to discuss and concretize, I'm insisting concretize, plan to work together. There shouldn't be no more come and go, come and go. We should concretize and start working together. So wish you fruitful discussion here and please come up with practicable resolutions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There you go.
All thanks and appreciation to Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, on her speech. كل الشكر والتقدير لفخامة الرئيسة سامية صلوح حسن رئيسة جمهورية تنزانيا الاتحادية على هذه الكلمة. أما الآن فيسرنا دعوة معالي قيس بن محمد اليوسف الموقر وزير التجارة والصناعة وترويج الاستثمار لتقديم كلمة الوزارة في المنتدى. Now we are pleased to invite His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, the Honorable Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, to present the Ministry's speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Your Excellency, Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First of all, may I begin by welcoming Your Excellency, Madam President, to the Sultanate of Oman as a special guest of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. It's indeed a privilege to welcome you to the Sultanate of Oman and at today's Oman-Tanzania Business Forum. We're honored to have you here with us. I welcome too the distinguished members of Your Excellency's delegation. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity this forum affords to reinforce our long-standing ties of friendship, trade, investment, and like you mentioned, Your Excellency, blood ties, which are deeper and more important. I should also extend a very warm welcome to the Tanzanian business community and business delegation, that they have taken time of their busy schedule to be here with us this morning and to meet their counterparts, their friends, their Omani businessmen and women who are here today. This is probably one of the largest gatherings I have seen in a long time after COVID. Thank you all for participating. Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the pace of Tanzania's growth over the past 20 years has been one of the most remarkable economic success stories of Africa. This achievement reflects the prudent management of resources, admirable development of infrastructure, notable improvements in access to education and healthcare, dynamic industrialization, and astute economic leadership. Your Excellency, Madam President, we salute your achievements. Indeed, we're all keen to discuss how we can collaborate in developing the opportunities Tanzania presents, how we can strengthen trade and investment ties and increase economic collaboration to the benefit of both our people, particularly in areas such as manufacturing, agriculture, fisheries, mining, tourism, and renewables, the areas that Your Excellency have mentioned. Your Excellency the President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I say how delighted I am to have the opportunity today to highlight some of the impactful work being done in the Sultanate of Oman under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, as we reimagine economic growth, streamline business procedures, create a pro-enterprise environment, and attract sustainable and responsible investment. This is being achieved through the framework provided by Oman's Vision 2040, our compass and action-oriented blueprint for growth and development. Launched in January of last year by the orders of His Majesty the Sultan, it's a progressive development strategy built on 4 main pillars: people and society, economic development and diversification, governance, institutional performance, along with environment and sustainability. It encompasses sectors ranging from agriculture and fisheries, manufacturing and mining, to tourism, logistics, renewable energy, ICT, education, and healthcare. These sectors provide rich opportunities that I'm sure will be of interest to our Tanzanian guests. And they are similar to the ones mentioned by Your Excellency, and it only reinforces your message that there is a lot of opportunity to enhance trade and investment between our 2 great countries. Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's with considerable pride I inform you that the response from the international community to Oman's Vision 2040 has been highly encouraging. From positive reports by the IMF to the upgrading in April by S&P Global of our credit rating with a stable outlook, the first upgrade since 2015. Moreover, FDI in Oman at the end of Q4 2021 has also increased by about 7% despite all the issues we've had with the pandemic. And in November last year, as Oman participated in its 3rd World Trade Organization Trade Policy Review in Geneva, WTO complimented Oman on its low tariffs and minimal non-tariff barriers to trade. Earning particular praise was the new legislation covering foreign capital investment, allowing foreign ownership of up to 100% in vast majority of sectors. Indeed, we recently introduced legislation allowing foreign companies the opportunity to own land of over 5,000 meters squared that is either commercial or commercial residential, tourism, or industry related. In addition, we have reduced government fees and have also waived corporate taxes for all companies that get established this year. Further details of these, I'm sure, will be covered by my colleagues in the next presentation this morning. In conclusion, in the Sultanate of Oman, we are working towards delivering a better than ever pro-business environment, creating a new renaissance for Oman, Renaissance 2.0, as we like to call it. Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, we look ahead with both optimism and enthusiasm to the possibilities of tomorrow. We warmly welcome from our heart Tanzanian friends to invest in the many opportunities presented by our vibrant and diversifying economy and share in the wealth of possibilities it offers. And we openly welcome new business opportunities and partnerships between Oman and Tanzania, reinforcing the message of Your Excellency the President, that we can do more together. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. شكرا معالي الوزير. الحضور الكرام، نرحب الآن بسعادة عبد الله عباسي كيليما سفير جمهورية تنزانيا لدى السلطنة ليلقي كلمته. And now we welcome His Excellency Abdullah Abbasi Kilima, Ambassador of the United Republic of Tanzania to the Sultanate of Oman, to deliver his speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, honorable ministers accompanying the President, ministers from Omani government, ladies and gentlemen, the member of this business community. My task here is very small. It's just to express heartfelt thanks and appreciation to Her Excellency the President for setting aside her valuable time to come here with us and tell us what is available in Tanzania, what her government is determined to do to enable you to come and do business in Tanzania. As all, we are aware that the schedule of our president is very tight, but despite that, she got this valuable time to come here, share her experience, and also hear from you what can be done more to help fostering business between Tanzania and Oman. It is our hope that, as Her Excellency President has suggested, that after this important event today, what should follow, you have to keep us very busy. After this visit, we expect to be very busy to make sure that the bridge between business community in Tanzania and Oman is becoming very strong. Our doors are open always. For those who have my numbers, my number is available 24/7 together with my officers. With this note, we want to conclude by thanking you, Your Excellency, for being with us to grace this important occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. يسرنا أن ندعو سعادة المهندس رضا بن جمعة آل صالح رئيس مجلس إدارة غرفة تجارة وصناعة عمان لتقديم كلمة الغرفة فليتفضل مشكورا. We are pleased to invite His Excellency Engineer Rida bin Jum'a Al Saleh, Chairman of Board of Directors of OCCI, to present the chamber speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The Honorable President Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of Tanzania, Your Excellency, the Ministers and the Secretary, honorable guests. It is a great pleasure that the Omani Tanzanian Business Forum to meet today in the presence of the Honorable Her Excellency, the President Samia Suluhu, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, which undoubtedly reflect the great importance of the Omani-Tanzanian economy relation and the different roles played in the various sectors on both sides in order to promote Omani-Tanzanian relation, through which we are keen to explore economy and commercial potential investment opportunity which are available in the Sultan of Oman and Tanzania, and ensure you the close vision to the reality and the difference possibility as well as the incentive and facility available in the both countries. Here we extend our gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. May Allah keep and protect him, for his kind support to the private sector to enable it play the role as a key partner in the sustainability development through after the Sultan of Oman. Though it is Future Vision 2040. The Honorable President, it is considered to mention that the trade exchange volume between the both countries, it was before the COVID-19, it was crossing $1.213 billion. But unfortunately, because of COVID-19, has been reduced and it's reached to about 42 million in 2020. But again, in 2021, it has been raised to $70 million US, and we hope that we can work together and to come back to this and enhance the relation to reach to the normal where as we are. Also, the investment of the both countries, the investment of Tanzania and Oman, it's reached about $21 million in 2020. Out of it, $5 million is the share of Tanzanian companies. And the total company which are invested today is about 32 companies as far as 2020. We also would like to commend the role of the Omani Tanzanian Business Council, which they really have a very important role. And I believe yesterday they have met, and after a long time, but nevertheless they met and they are ready to go and to enhance the relation. And they have discussed various problems which both sectors and both sides they are having. The indicators reflect the size of the responsibility entrusted in this council, as improving this indicates to business owners of the both countries. We have to take advantage of the availability, incentive, and facility investment. I would like to see the opportunity of my presence among you to introduce you the attractive and stimulating economy environment established in the Sultanate. The Oman investment environment has strengths encouraging the responsibility and investors to come and invest in Oman. And recently, and also we are working under Vision 2040 and almost the similar sector which your Honorable President you have mentioned. We are emphasizing on the mineral and industrial and logistic, tourism, as well as food security. So these sectors are very important, which we are working together. Also, recently the Ministry of Commerce has announced about 90 opportunities of the projects which is available on the website of the ministry as well as Oman Chambers. Anybody who is interested, they can go through these opportunities and can look into it. Because there are feasibility study has made by the specialists of those projects which can be available. If you need any assistance, we as the Oman Chamber of Commerce, we are very keen to work together. Now, regarding our aspirations of further development of the mutual deep-root relation between Oman and Tanzanian and historical and geographical that united of two countries, and reaction of the interested to watch attached to Oman Chamber of Commerce and the business community. And I believe that the huge crowd which we are seeing today, as His Excellency our Minister says, is the first time after a long time which we are meeting. And I'm very glad to see this, and we take advantage that our businessmen and Tanzanian businessmen to meet after this session and to have a B2B, and I hope this, with gathering today, we can enhance the relation between the both countries. Finally, I would like to thank Excellency the President for giving us opportunity to be here, to give us a speech and to get the advice from her and to meet all the business people here. Thank you very much, and looking forward.
Thank you, Your Excellency. يسرنا الآن دعوة سعادة بول كوي رئيس غرفة تجارة وصناعة وزراعة تنزانيا فليتفضل مشكورا لإلقاء كلمته. We are pleased to invite His Excellency Mr. Paul Koi, President of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, to present the Chamber's speech.
Your Excellency, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, beloved President, the Oman team, Minister for Industry and Investment of Oman, and your team, my colleague, Mr. Reza. We have been together since the day yesterday morning until now. Our honorable ministers from Tanzania and both from Oman. We say in Tanzania, let us greet you in the name of Republic of Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Tanzania. And we say, let's the way continue for the development of the country. Yeah, my name is Paul Koi, and the president of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, or abbreviated TCCIA. We are really delighted to be here, and let us express our full thanks for the way we have been received. We have heard it very clear from our president, the way he have warmly welcomed. Let me assure you, our president, that is exactly the way we have been received here and welcome to work with our colleague in Oman here in Muscat. So we are happy and delighted to extend our sincere appreciation for such a warm welcome and hospitality we enjoy and continue to receive here in Muscat. With that, I think our president have said it all regarding actually the determination, the commitment that our country is now trying to put up with our colleagues all across the world regarding the investment and trade and business relationship between Tanzania and the rest of the world, and now particularly Oman. We are talking about all the collaboration, but as the president of Chamber, let me insist on one very important aspect. We need to trust each other. The world cannot be created to a place where there's no trust. We need to have confidence in each other, and we need to be transparent 100% in order to do business, the profitable one, for the betterment of our countries and our society. This is really critical when it comes to collaboration, when it comes to partnership, when it comes to cooperation. And once that happens, we shall have really honored what our leaders are trying really to put up all the efforts day and night for the betterment of our country. Having said that, let me now speak as a businessman as well, coming from the private sector point of view. It is high time now that for we, Your Excellency, our President and Your Majesty, time and money is really critical to us. We have not come to Oman for tourism, but we have come to Oman to do business. And President have said it very well. That being the case now, it's high time, let us identify the potential and viable projects. Let us discuss very clearly and openly the timing of the projects, the financing of the projects, the possible practicability in an open and transparent manner, so that when we go away home, our colleagues pay the visit, we start the project. And I think, Madam, we shall have to count what the quantity and quality of the projects in place. Having said that, let me wish and open up that all those private companies that we came with, and particularly from Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, let's everybody go back home with a partner, with a project, and with a business partner that you can count upon to increase your business, to make your business become more viable. And not only go back home with a project, but also create projects in the Oman. Business people are people who are creative. The business people are people who can really deliver things in a quick and high time in a short work. Let us do that. Having said that, thank you very much for this brief opportunity. And on behalf of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, I once again say thank you very much, our President.
والآن مع العرض التوضيحي من وزارة التجارة والصناعة وترويج الاستثمار يقدمه مهنا السناني. And now with the presentation from the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion presented by Muhanna السناني.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, We would like to welcome our guests to Oman, and we wish them a very pleasant stay. Please allow me to give you a brief about the investment climate in Oman and the business opportunities and investment opportunities that we are offering as a ministry, and also the incentives Oman offers for investors. By the end of 2021, our foreign direct investments has increased by 7.7%, reaching more than $44 billion of investments. And this is why we come with a question. The first question comes to the investor: why should I invest in Oman? What are the incentives that offered for the investors? Oman has a strategic location. We are outside of Strait of Hormuz, outside of Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. We are open to the Indian Ocean, very close to the international trade routes. We are very close, and you can reach easily from Oman to more than 2.5 billion people, whether you are interested to reach people in Far East Asia, Indian subcontinent, the MENA region, also the East African countries. So Oman is the ideal location for you. As you can see in the map, it shows the key areas of Oman, the free zones, the industrial estates, the ports. Oman has invested billion of dollars in infrastructure, linking Oman with all countries, whether by sea, land, and air. We have in Oman 4 main free zones, one in Suhar in the south of Oman, about 200 kilometers to the west of Muscat, very close to the GCC market. We also have a free zone or special economic zone in Duqm, which is about 500 kilometers from Muscat, facing the Indian Ocean, with a seaport and also an airport in the area itself. The Duqm port is one of the deepest and the largest ports in the region. It can occupy any kind or type of vessels operating now on the planet. We also have Suhar, a Salalah free zone in the south of Oman. Salalah is very close to the East African market, one of the most developed free zones with a port and also an airport, international airport. And finally, we have one free zone with the border of Yemen, which is Al-Mazyuna free zone, and it's designated mainly for the Yemeni market, which needs a lot of exports. Then we have the industrial estates distributed in all cities in Oman. The industrial estates, the investor can purchase or lease a land in these states with as low as 1 Omani Riyal per square meter per year. So the land is available, it's very cheap to get. The utilization, electricity, gas, and water, all are available in these areas. And they are also, the public establishment for industrial estate, Madain, are also working now to develop 2 industrial estates in different cities of Oman. We have also, in December last year, opened a new border checkpoint with Saudi Arabia, allowing products manufactured in Oman to reach to the Saudi market and also the other countries in GCC, and goes beyond that to the Iraqi market, Syria market, Jordan, and so on. So this helps the manufacturers in Oman to reduce cost, time, and also to be more efficient to reach more clients in different countries. As Oman relationship with other countries, we have signed many free trade agreements with different countries. For example, we have a free trade agreement with the United States of America. We have free trade agreement with Singapore as GCC countries. We are also a member of the GCC market. We have signed the Arab Free Trade Agreement. So you can reach to these countries, or your product manufactured in Oman can reach to these countries with minimized or no custom duties, which can help you to reduce the costing of production to compete in these markets more efficiently. We also have other incentives for investors. The investor can invest 100% in Oman, anywhere in Oman, whether in a free zone or mainland. The corporate tax is only 15% of the net profit. There is no personal income tax, and the VAT is only 5%. Also, we have come with more tangible incentives. that we offer for investors to invest in Oman. We have given an offer for the companies registering this year, reduced cost fees of registration. So more than 90% of the fees will be reduced when you register this year. You also can benefit from the 5-year tax exemption in the mainland and up to 30 years in the free zones. We also allowing companies now to not only lease land for industrial or tourism purposes, but also to purchase lands with area of more than 5,000 square meters. So now you can buy the land, not only lease it. We have also an incentive of the residency. We have the what so-called the golden residency. The investor can get or benefit of 10 and 5-year residency. There are some criteria to get this residency. You have to invest $1.3 million to get the 10-year residency and $650,000 to get the 5-year residency. And those are some of the incentives that are giving for these who purchase or who get the 10 and 5-year residency. These are the key sectors Oman focusing on based on our 10th 5-year plan and also based on our Vision 2040. So these sectors, we think that Oman is an ideal market for them, for investors, to invest in Oman in these sectors based on the natural resources, based on the market study, based on the human resources that we have. But we are also not limited to these sectors, so we are open to hear from you and to help you to invest in any sectors that suits your business or suits your intention, or help you to get more information about the Omani market. The ministry has conducted 90 business or investment opportunities. Those opportunities, you can look at them by scanning this QR or visiting investinoman.om. We have 90 opportunity that we worked with our partners from the government side, whether they are governmental entity or governmental companies, to come up with these investment opportunities. They are in manufacturing sector, in tourism sector, and waste management sector. And we are also working now to get more and more opportunities to stream and to offer for the investors. Some of these project or investment opportunities has pre-visibility studies that we can share with you if you are interested in one of them. And also some of these projects are with take-off contract. So once you manufacture the product in Oman, we will assure you with a contract with a governmental company that will purchase the quantity from you. Of course, we can help you to get to know this product more and what are the governmental companies you need to contact. We can set up meetings for you with them to discuss more and to have an agreement at the end. Also, we have other projects in waste management with an Omani company, governmental company, BIA. We have also the tourism projects, which are with governmental companies that are willing to invest and be a partner with you in these projects. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, I'll be here around. Thank you.
And now we invite the presentation from the TIC.
Your Excellency, Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, ministers, permanent secretaries, government officials, and members of the delegation. My name is John Matthew Mnali. I'm the Acting Executive Director from Tanzania Investment Center. I will be presenting a country video. Please.
Zanzibar is strategically located as a gateway to East Africa and the African Great Lakes region. A rising star, Tanzania is a middle-income country that has averaged 7% economic growth over the last decade. It has a population of about 60 million, the majority of whom are young and economically active, and part of a rapidly growing middle class. Accessible through the Indian Ocean, Tanzania connects to 6 landlocked countries. It also offers access to a sizable market of about 177 million people in the East African community and 350 million people in the SADC region.
Welcome to Tanzania, the land of opportunities. The government is committed to maintain and strengthen ties with the international community. We continue to maintain good governance, political and economic stability, which have been our national values. The government is undertaking a number of legal and regulatory reforms to unlock the country and make it potential investment destination. These reforms include investment tax and information technologies regimes. The government is focusing on improving coordinated infrastructure, not limited to cleaner energy provision, railways, roads, ports, and optical fiber network. All these will add to the improvement of investment environment. As we open doors to the world, we believe that with efficient transport system, enough and affordable electricity, coupled with friendly regulatory regime, Tanzania is offering the best opportunity for investors to thrive. Welcome to Tanzania, the land of opportunities.
The Tanzania Investment Center hosts more than 10 government investment facilitation institutions, offering a one-stop center that can give approvals, permits, and licenses all under one roof, easing the process and saving time and other resources pertaining to setting up a business in Tanzania. Agriculture is the mainstay of Tanzania's economy. There are over 44 million hectares of arable land, and only 33% of them are under cultivation. Some of the potential areas to invest in include sugarcane plantations, cotton, coffee, tea, cashew nut and grape farming, horticulture farms, sisal plantations, wheat plantations, as well as bean and cassava farms. One can also invest in the processing of these crops for export.
Tanzania is the second largest livestock producer in Africa, but only 1% of the livestock is processed into value-added. About 70% of the high-end value-added meat products are imported. There are very few companies in Tanzania like this which are producing value-added products for the industry. So there is huge potential here in Tanzania.
The manufacturing sector is in its infancy stage, with few exploited areas, whereby unprocessed agricultural commodities have dominated major exports. Tanzania's Vision 2025 envisages an industrialized economy powered by the manufacturing sector, and as such, opens up the country to potential investment, particularly in the area of textile and apparel, sugar, leather, edible oils, heavy industries, pharmaceuticals, tile manufacturing, cable, and plastic manufacturing. A 1,000 1,424-kilometer-long coastline, including 3 large lakes, presents a virtually untapped opportunity in fishing. Opportunities lie in deep-sea fishing, fish farming, fish processing, and supply of fishing gear, just to name a few. Tanzania's wealth extends well beyond the surface. Tanzanite, a gemstone found nowhere else in the world, is testament to the country's mineral riches. Other minerals include gold, coal, diamonds, copper, nickel, cobalt, tin, lead, silver, uranium, rare earth metals, ruby, and sapphire. Investment opportunities exist in the areas
Na mtazamaji wa TBC1, ni matangazo moja kwa moja hayo kutoka Muscat kule Oman, ambapo Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan anahudhuria kongamano la wafanyabiashara wa Oman na Tanzania, na atashuhudia pia utiaji saini wa makubaliano ya ushirikiano katika sekta mbalimbali. Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan ametoa hotuba ya kuweza kuzungumzia hasa nia yake ya kwenda Oman, ambapo ni kubwa zaidi ni kukuza na kuimarisha biashara baina ya mataifa hayo mawili ya Oman na Tanzania. Lakini pia amesema kwamba itakuwa ni mara ya pili yeye kuweza kuhutubia wafanyabiashara wa Oman, ambapo mara ya kwanza ilikuwa mwaka 2016 akifanya hivyo hapa jijini Dar es Salaam. Itakuwa ni mara ya kwanza kama rais kuhutubia wafanyabiashara wa Oman akiwa kule kwao Muscat huko nchini Oman. Rais Samia pia ameelezea hasa historia ya uhusiano kati ya Tanzania na Oman, ambapo imeanza toka karne ya 19 zamani sana, ambapo amesema kwamba uhusiano huu si tu wa kibiashara ama vipi, lakini ni uhusiano ambao upo wa kindugu kabisa, ambapo Oman ndio nchi pekee kwa upande huu ambao inazungumza ina wazungumzaji wa Kiswahili wengi zaidi, na hata hapa nchini raia wa Oman wako wengi sana kutoka katika ukanda huo. Hivyo basi ameweza kuzungumzia hasa uhusiano huo uliopo wa kindugu kati ya Tanzania pamoja na Oman, ambao hupo ulianza toka pengine miaka ya karne ya 19. Rais Samia pia ameelezea kama nilivyokujulisha awali kwamba dhamira yake ni kutafuta uhusiano, kukuza na kuimarisha zaidi mahusiano ya kibiashara kati ya nchi hizo mbili, na amesema kwamba uwekezaji na biashara katika baina ya mataifa hayo mawili imekuwa ikikua siku hadi siku, lakini uwiano kidogo umekuwa tofauti kwa sababu mzani umekuwa umeelemea sana kwenye upande wa Oman, ambapo wao wanaleta vitu vingi sana hapa nchini, ama Tanzania tunanunua vitu vingi kutoka kule Oman kuliko sisi wa Tanzania hapa tunavyouza vitu vyetu kule nchini Oman. Hayo ni kwamba kwa upande ambapo wa uwekezaji pamoja na biashara, ambapo amesema kwamba mengi yanatakiwa kufanyika ili basi angalau mzani uweze kuwa kuna uwiano sawa sawa, pia Tanzania tuweze kuuza vitu vingi zaidi kwenye nchi ya Oman. Katika uwekezaji, Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan amewaalika wafanyabiashara wa Oman na raia kwa ujumla kuweza kuja na kuwekeza hapa nchini, kwa sababu ziko sababu mbalimbali ambazo amezitoa zikazowafanya wao wa raia wa Oman kuweza kuja na kuwekeza hapa nchini. Moja ya sababu kubwa ambayo ameitoa ya kuweza kuja na kuwekeza hapa nchini Tanzania ni amesema kwamba ni uhusiano uliopo wa kindugu ambao nilivyokugusia awali wa Tanzania pamoja na Oman, ambao pia ni uhusiano ambao una historia ndefu zaidi, ulianza zamani sana kunako karne ya 19 hivi. Huo basi ni moja ya sababu ya wao kuwafanya kuja kuwekeza hapa nchini. Ukiwa ni ndugu yako huwezi kumtupa, huwezi kumwacha kumwona kama anataabika, lakini unapokuja kumsaidia ama kuja kusaidiana na ndugu yako, ndivyo basi ambavyo mnavyokwenda pamoja wote na kufikia pale malengo ambayo wote wanataka kuyafikia. Lakini kingine ambacho amekizungumzia kuhusiana na sababu ya kuweza kuja kuwekeza Tanzania ni amani, uthabiti pamoja na utawala bora, ambapo rais amejivunia vitu hivi vitatu kwa Tanzania kuwa navyo, kama ambavyo sisi wenyewe tunavyojimambafai wanavyosema kwamba watoto wa mjini kujimambafai kwamba Tanzania ni kisiwa cha amani, na ni kweli ni kisiwa cha amani. Kwa hiyo huwezi kwenda kuwekeza katika sehemu ambayo una mashaka na maisha yako. Kwa hiyo unakwenda kuwekeza sehemu ambayo hauna mashaka na maisha yako kabisa, na ni sehemu ambayo unawekeza sehemu ambayo inakuwa na amani wakati wote, kwa sababu hiyo inasaidia kwamba kuhakikisha kwamba kila ambacho unawekeza basi utaweza kuona matunda yake, na ndivyo nia ya kila mwekezaji ambayo anaitaka kuwa nayo. Hivi punde pia nitakuungana na mwenzangu Amini Antony Mgeni kuweza kuzungumzia pia hii kongamano hili la wafanyabiashara wa Oman na Tanzania. Lakini sababu nyingine pia rais ambayo ameitoa katika ya kuwafanya wa Oman ama ya kuwaambia wa Oman waje Tanzania na kuja kuwekeza ni Tanzania kuwa mwanachama wa taasisi mbalimbali. Kwa mfano Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki ambayo ina takribani watu milioni 300 hivi karibuni tu, mwanachama mpya ameongezeka katika Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki ambayo ni Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo. Ni nchi ambayo ina madini mengi, ni nchi ambayo ni kubwa zaidi, ni nchi ambayo ina vyanzo vingi vya maji. Kwa hiyo ni nchi ambayo imeongeza zaidi soko kuu zaidi katika hii Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki ambayo pia Tanzania imo. Kwa hiyo rais amewaasa wa raia wa Oman kuweza kuja na kuwekeza pia hapa Tanzania, kwa sababu kufanya hivyo wataweza kuwa na sehemu ya kupeleka malalamiko yao, kama endapo kutokana lolote lile litakotokea basi watakuja.
Safi.
Leo mama na upiga Oman.
Naam, unatazama na ukitazama ukisikia Oman basi unajaribu kutazama historia hata kabla wakati wa uhuru wa uhusiano baina ya mataifa haya mawili ambayo haya yanayofanyika yanayofanyika Tanzania, nikizungumza Tanzania, Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, lakini naitazama Zanzibar ambayo inaimba uchumi wa blue. Oman walianza na wamefanikiwa sana kuhakikisha kuwa uchumi wa blue unawasaidia na mageuzi makubwa yanafanyika. Lakini pia najaribu kutazama biashara ya viungo, karafuu na vingine, naitazama sana mwani na mambo kama hayo. Kwa hiyo hatua zinazofanyika kama hii, unaona utashi wa serikali hasa kuunganisha nguvu na mataifa ambayo yamepiga hatua kubwa ili kufika hatua kusaidiana. Unaona pia biashara ya mafuta, sisi tayari katika baadhi ya sehemu tumegundua kuwepo kwa mafuta, mchakato unaendelea, unaenda mrefu, unahitaji mataifa rafiki, na inapofika mataifa rafiki unahitaji taifa rafiki ambao wanaweza wakawasomanie kwa karibu na wakaja kwa urafiki ule hasa wa ukaribu. Na nadhani katika mataifa yanayoendelea Oman ni sehemu ambayo Kiswahili kinazungumzwa zaidi katika mataifa ya ng'ambo. Kwa hiyo uhusiano baina ya Tanzania na Oman ni uhusiano unaohitajika sana, hasa sasa wakati ambapo ushindani duniani umekuwa mkubwa sana. Kwa hiyo nikitazama hata ile video ndogo ambayo imeonyesha maeneo mbalimbali ya uwekezaji ambayo yako Tanzania, unaona kabisa yani unaweza ukaona picha tayari mle ndani, wale wenye dhana ya kutazama waje Tanzania tayari anaangalia kuna kilimo, kuna uvuvi. Kwa hiyo ni fursa muhimu adhimu, kubwa kuliko yote ni wale ambao wako kwenye vyombo hivi ambavyo vinaendeleza pale rais alipoishia, ndivyo vinatakiwa vijipange kuweka mazingira rahisi, kuweka lugha rahisi nyepesi nzuri, kuweka mikataba vizuri na kuwaruhusu waje, lakini pia kujaribu kuangalia tija yetu itakuwa wapi. Wakati tunaruhusu waje, lakini wakati huo tunaangalia kwamba nini tutabaki nacho. Lakini la pili, la upande wa pili Ahmed, ni kuangalia sisi wa Tanzania tunatokaje. Kuna bidhaa ambazo tunazo, tuna korosho, tunaipelekaje Oman? Tuna mkonge, tunaipelekaje Oman? Tuna kahawa, tunaipelekaje? Tuna pamba na karafuu na vitu vingine. Kwa hiyo tunaweza tukatazama kwamba tusitazame tu wao kuja, tutazame sisi sasa kutoka kwa nguvu. Na ile kutoka kwa nguvu mimi ndio naitazama italeta fedha za kigeni na uchumi utakuwa mkubwa zaidi. Kwa hiyo unaweza kusema ni ziara ambazo zinaifungua nchi kama falsafa ya awamu ya 6 na rais alivyozungumza kwamba nataka nikaifungue nchi. Hii ndio tafsiri ile nyepesi kabisa kwamba sasa rais amedhamiria na anaifungua nchi.
Sasa umezungumzia masuala ya uwekezaji hapo. Rais Samia amesisitiza katika swala hilo la uwekezaji na kuambia amejaribu kuainisha baadhi ya maeneo ambayo wao wanataka watu wakija huku wasikuweza kufanya kazi kwa pamoja, kushirikiana. Ametumia neno kushirikiana kwamba tuaje tushirikiane tufanye hiyo fishing, kwa kufanya kwa biashara ya uvuvi. Rais Samia hakumaanisha uvuvi huu wa kusema tukavue samaki wa 3 tupeleke pale tupeleke kwenye Mahaba Beach si pale tuweze kunani. Hapana, amezungumzia uvuvi wa bahari kuu, ambapo mataifa ambayo yana nguvu huko ambayo yameendelea yanakwenda navua kule samaki wetu, lakini sisi tunakuwa tunashindwa kwenda kuwafukuza kwa sababu hatuna nyenzo za kuweza kuwafuata na kuweza kuwaondosha kule. Kwa hiyo amezungumzia kwenye swala zima la uvuvi hasa wa bahari kuu, wa kutengeneza vyombo ambavyo watakuja tushirikiana kwenda kuvua ile rasilimali iliyopo kule na kwenda kuuza nje ya nchi.
Na hasa hilo ndio hatua za sasa. Tumefikia wakati kwamba kila sehemu itakayochangia uchumi wa nchi haipaswi kufumbiwa macho. Dunia imekuwa ya ushindani sana, kama mataifa makubwa Marekani, Japani, China, yote yanakimbia kwa hali kubwa kujaribu kuangalia kila chembe ya kuhakikisha kwamba uchumi wao unapanda. Sisi tuliochelewa kwenye uchumi tunapaswa tukimbie zaidi. Kwa hiyo ninadhani ni wakati muhimu sana kuhakikisha kwa uwekezaji unafanyika huko. Cha kwanza, tuna rasilimali ya bahari. Nchi za Warabuni na zenyewe ilikuwa ni msingi wake mkubwa. Ilikuwa ni miji tu, hata Muscat ilikuwa ni miji ya wavuvi tu kawaida, kama ilivyokuwa Kilwa, kama ilivyokuwa Msimbati, kama ilivyokuwa Tanga, kama ilivyokuwa miji yote ambayo iko pwani. Kwa hiyo wao waliamua kwamba tunatumiaje rasilimali tuliokuwa nayo kwanza, ndicho hicho ambacho tunaweza tukakiweka hapo. Unapozungumza sekta ya uvuvi, unazungumzia meli kubwa za uvuvi, unazungumzia viwanda vikubwa, na kuna viwanda vya kuchakata, na kwenye kuchakata hapo kuna rasilimali mbalimbali zinapatikana hapo. Kwa hiyo ni mkururu wa viwanda ambao ukiwekeza kimoja kinaweza kikatoa tafsiri kubwa zaidi. Zanzibar kule Dr. Hussein Mwinyi ameanza na Mangapwani, kule inajengwa bandari ya uvuvi kubwa, na kama unavyojua uvuvi unapovua samaki lazima uwe na sehemu ya kuhifadhi. Lakini ukiwa na sehemu ya kuhifadhi lazima uwe na kiwanda cha kuchakata. Ukiwa na kiwanda cha kuchakata viko vingi vinavyoongeza thamani kulingana na mahitaji ya soko la nje. Kuna unajua hii ni minofu daraja la kwanza, nchi fulani tukashindani, nchi fulani inachukua. Kwa hiyo ni safari ndefu ambayo inahitaji wataalamu, inahitaji rasilimali watu, lakini pia upande wa pili una yale maboti ama meli ndogo ndogo ambazo sasa wavuvi wa hali ya chini ama wakada ya kati watawekeza humo, benki zitatoa mikopo. Kwa hiyo watu watakuwa hapo, na ukiwa kwenye chombo, manake kama mtu ana chombo kimoja, manake kuna wavuvi, kuna wataalamu, kuna mabaharia, kwa ni mchakato mzima unaendelea.
Basi mtazamaji wa TBC1, turejee tena Muscat kule nchini Oman kuweza kuendelea kufuatilia utiaji saini sasa wa makubaliano ya ushirikiano baina ya Tanzania na Oman.
Tourism and natural resources. وزارة التراث والسياحة, Tourism and Natural Resources, Higher Education and Training.
is a wrong document. No, this is the museum. This is a wrong document. It's not original. We need one for tourism. Sorry, that's all right. But it happens. National Museum. We need one for tourism.
Higher education. Higher education.
What about your resident?
After that. No, after that. Yeah. التعليم العالي, higher education. المتحف الوطني, the National Museum. No. Tourism's already been signed. Tourism was a second one. Then give her the museum. Okay. Which one was on the... Give her the museum. Give her the museum.
This is the National Museum.
Yes, we'll give it to
The tourism, right?
Yeah. National Museum. No. This is which one? Which is which one? Which one is this? No. What signature is missing? No, from what signature is missing for tourism? So she has to sign this. No, Chamber of Commerce first. He has precedence.
Chamber of Commerce is not big right here.
No, no, it's second side here.
No, for us, no.
No, for us it is.
I think they're not here. They're not here.
No, the bottom is not on side.
Because if you are our side is here, our side is there.
جهاز الاستثمار العماني, Oman Investment Authority, and ZIPA. No, it's done. It's done. It's too late. Caroline, just tell Her Excellency that we're done. Okay. فخامتك نشكرك على الحضور على هذا. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for presiding over this collaboration of Oman and Tanzania, and we look forward to see you again. سعادة أصحاب المعالي والسعادة نشكركم على الحضور. شكرا. جانبهم ما جاء ما يعرفوا وينهم. جانبهم أيوه.
Naam, mtazamaji wa TBC1, Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan hivyo ndivyo ameshuhudia basi utiaji saini wa makubaliano mbalimbali ya ushirikiano, na hivyo basi wajumbe wa jumbe zote mbili kutoka Tanzania na Oman wakiwa wanazungumza mawili matatu. Amini, hii inaashiria kwamba ni hatua mpya, sasa tunapiga hatua zaidi.
Ni hatua mpya zaidi, lakini ni mahitaji ya sasa ya nchi wakati huo, na ushirikiano baina ya nchi na nchi unaamuliwa na mahitaji ya wakati. Imefika mahali kwamba sisi tu tunahitaji uhusiano na Uarabuni hususan Oman, lakini pia na Oman inahitaji ushirikiano na sisi. Inawezekana sisi tuna rasilimali, wenyewe wana uwezo, kwa hiyo tukiunganisha nguvu kwa pamoja tunatengeneza ushirikiano ambao katika uchumi wanasema kwamba wao wanufaike na sisi tunufaike. Kila mtu anufaike. Kila mtu anufaike. Ndio maana ya ushirikiano hasa. Ushirikiano wenyewe. Unapofanya ushirikiano lazima kwamba basi kila pande iweze kufaidika zaidi. Katika kitu ambacho kimezungumzwa pia katika kongamano hili, yule mwenyekiti wa chemba ya biashara hapa nchini alisema kwamba ushirikiano wote unaofanyika basi kuna vitu viwili vinapaswa kupewa kipaumbele zaidi. Hasa cha kwanza ni imani, uaminifu wa pande zote mbili. Lazima kuwa na imani ya pande zote mbili. Lakini pia kuwe na uwazi hasa zaidi. Kwa hiyo na ameasa hasa hizo vitu viwili hivyo viweze kuwepo ili basi Tanzania na Oman waweze kushirikiana zaidi na kuhakikisha kama basi yale ambayo wanaingia hii leo yaweze kukua zaidi hasa. Hasa ndio hayo ya msingi, kwa sababu mnashirikiana. Kwa hiyo kinachounganisha pale ni uaminifu kwamba mnakubaliana. Lakini kitakachofanya uaminifu ule uwe salama kunapokuwa na uwazi. Kila mmoja anaridhika kwamba haya ndio yafanya yote yako wazi, tunaarifiana, haya ndio yanajenga ushirikiano wa karibu. Kwa hiyo tunaweza kusema baada hapa ndio mambo ambayo yanakwenda na yanahakikisha kuwa sasa yale mliokubaliana yanafanyika na yanakuwa na matokeo makubwa. Kwa hiyo hasa hivyo ndio msingi mkubwa, na katika taifa sasa kila taifa linajitahidi sana liyafanya hayo mawili, kuwa na uaminifu lakini pia kuweka uwazi kwenye kila jambo,
kila kinachofanyika
pale, kila mmoja aone kwamba nashiriki kwenye hili, faida yangu itakuwa ni hapa ni hapa. Sio huyu anajua faida yake iko wapi lakini anapeleka janja hapo lazima mambo yaharibike.
Mambo yaharibike. Sawa sawa. Tumeshuhudia pia hapo waziri wa nishati Jenerali Makamba akishuhudia kutia saini, na maana kwamba sekta ya nishati hii tumeingia makubaliano na watu wa Oman.
Ni hatua muhimu kama nilivyosema hapo awali Ahmed, tuna rasilimali, tuna nishati ya gesi kwa asilimia kubwa na tafiti zinaendelea, na tulichogundua ni kiasi kidogo sana, wataalamu wanasema kati ya vingi vinavyosemwa vipo. Lakini pili, tuna tayari kuna ugunduzi wa mafuta katika baadhi ya maeneo. Zanzibar hiyo na yenyewe ipo. Kwa hiyo unaweza kusema kwamba ushirikiano huu tunashirikiana na wenzetu ambao wamepiga hatua, lakini pia Oman ni miongoni mwa eneo ambalo kuna uaminifu mkubwa, na wenyewe ni watu ambao wanahitaji ushirikiano ule wa wazi. Kwa hiyo unaweza kusema kwamba ni hatua muhimu, na bila shaka mara baada ya hapo tu tutapata ufafanuzi wa kila mmoja katika sekta yake. Muona Dr. Pindi Chana hapo kupitia Wizara ya Maliasili, lakini pia tumeona mkataba mmoja wapo ushirikiano katika makumbusho ya taifa, na sisi tuna historia kubwa. Ukichukulia tu historia baina ya Tanzania na Oman yenyewe, ukiweka ni makumbusho yake ambayo wengi tutajifunza vya msingi hapo, na pengine hata mchakato wa kuandika upya historia hii, pengine mchakato pia wa kukusanya, pengine pia na kujenga misingi mikubwa. Sio lazima tuje Dar es Salaam, inawezekana Kilwa pakawa na mizania kubwa zaidi. Kwa hiyo tunaweza tukaamua pale Kilwa pawekwe kituo kikubwa, na tutakapoweka kituo pale Kilwa maana yake ni moja tu, tayari watu wa Kilwa watakuwa wamepelekewa uchumi, tayari watu watakwenda pale, mzunguko utakuwepo. Kilwa ambayo ni miongoni mwa mji wa kwanza Afrika Mashariki kutengeneza fedha yake yenyewe, itakuwa imepewa thamani kubwa zaidi. Kwa hiyo naweza kusema ni ushirikiano wa kutosha unaohitajika zaidi na utakaoweka alama nyingine. Narudia tena, unatafsiri yale Rais Samia aliyozungumza kwamba
ni kwenda kuifungua nchi. Sawa sawa. Katika kuifungua nchi hii, Rais Samia pia leo ameweza kuzungumzia katika wakati akitoa hotuba yake kwenye kongamano hili la wafanyabiashara wa Oman na Tanzania, ameweza kuzungumzia fursa zilizopo Tanzania. Tulizigusia awali kwa uchache tu kabla hatujaingia kwenye masuala haya ya utiaji saini, lakini zingine ambazo amezizungumzia ambazo zinahakikisha zimemfanya yeye aweze kujivunia kwamba kualika wa Oman kuweza kuja kuwekeza Tanzania ni ujenzi unaoendelea hivi sasa wa miundombinu mbalimbali. Amezungumzia SGR ambayo sasa hivi ipo kwenye kiwango kizuri tu. Ikikamilika hii itakuwa inaunganisha karibu Tanzania nzima hii kwa kanda ya kati, lakini pia kwa nchi jirani za Burundi na Rwanda kule itakuwa ni karibu kupokesha mizigo yake. Ni mageuzi makubwa sana ya kiuchumi ambayo yanafanyika hasa kupitia kwenye masuala haya ya miundombinu.
Ni mageuzi makubwa, na ilivyo Ahmed, miradi hii tunahitaji uwekezaji zaidi. Hii reli inayojengwa inatoka Dar es Salaam inakwenda Morogoro, Makutupora Singida, Makutupora inakwenda Tabora, Tabora inakwenda mpaka Isaka inakwenda mpaka Mwanza. Ni sehemu moja tu. Wengi wanahitaji pia itoke Dar es Salaam iende Ilale mpaka kusini mwa nchi. Itoke kusini Ruvuma kule inyanyuke mpaka Mbeya iende mpaka Katavi, ije tena iunganike. Huko kote ni sehemu ambako uchumi wa nchi umelala. Kwa hiyo ikatokea taifa rafiki tukashirikiana likaonyesha uwekezaji kwamba tunataka tuwekeze huko, naweza kusema tu ni haya ndio yanayohitajika, hayahitajiki mwaka kesho au mwaka kesho kutwa. Akitokea mtu na fursa unawekeza. Na ndio faida ya diplomasia ya uchumi, kwamba hapo zamani Tanzania ilikuwa inahusiana na mataifa mengine kwa sababu tu ya kujenga urafiki, kwa sababu tu labda huko nyuma kulikuwa na mambo yametokea, ama tulisaidiana katika harakati za ukombozi, ama tulikuwa na uhusiano tu ule wa kikaribu wa kusaidiana kwa mawazo. Lakini sasa tunahitaji ushirikiano wa kuweka miguu pamoja, wa kujua kwamba sasa tunapiga hatua. Kwa hiyo naweza kusema kila fursa iliyopo ndani inahitajika, na kama unavyojua Ahmed, miundombinu ndio kila kitu. Mimi nakumbuka miaka ya nyuma nilishawahi kuishi Lindi na Mtwara. Barabara ilikuwa ikileta tabu. Najua Ahmed pia Kilwa kule pana asili yako kule, ilikuwa utoke Dar es Salaam mpaka ufike Kilwa unaweza ukatumia wiki moja, wiki mbili. Na mvua ikinyesha unaweza kutumia mpaka Lindi wiki mbili. Lakini sasa barabara imejengwa ni wepesi zaidi.
Unazungumzia hayo Amini kwa ufupi tu, kwa sababu tunakaribia kuelekea Dodoma sasa. Tuondoke hapa tuwapelekea Dodoma nao waendelee na yale mafunzo ya elimu ya ufundi pamoja na mafunzo ya elimu ya ufundi na masuala ya ufundi stadi. Ni kwamba ilikuwa zamani ukitoka hapa kwenda Kagera kule Bukoba ilikuwa lazima upitie nchi ya jirani kidogo. Lakini sasa hivi unakwenda kidogo tu hapa hivi. Kwa ina namna ambavyo kwa ufupi sana pengine namna ambavyo miundombinu inavyorahisisha maendeleo zaidi hasa kwa wananchi.
Inaleta uchumi. Mizigo inasafirishwa kwa wepesi zaidi, inafika kwa haraka, inafika kwa uhakika. Lakini pia kilimo kinaongezeka zaidi kama ni kwenye kilimo, maana yake mnajua mna uhakika wa usafiri, mtatumia pesa kidogo, kwa hiyo uchumi utazunguka, lakini pia pesa itapatikana. Kwa hiyo uwekezaji katika miundombinu unatafsiri kila kitu.
Sawa. Na basi mtazamaji wa TBC1, huyu alikuwa ni Amini Anthony mgeni mwenzangu hapa studio, tukizungumzia kuhusiana na kongamano la wafanya biashara wa Oman na Tanzania, ambapo Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan ameshuhudia utiaji saini wa makubaliano ya ushirikiano katika sekta mbalimbali. Hivi sasa mtazamaji wa TBC, tunaelekea kanda ya kati, makao makuu, jiji la Dodoma, ambapo wenzetu Asheri Thomas pamoja na Nora Uledi wapo huko wakiwa katika maonyesho ya elimu ya ufundi na mafunzo ya ufundi stadi yakiendelea huko Dodoma. Wenzetu kama mtapata, mnaweza mkaendelea Dodoma.
Kina mama na mtazamaji wa TBC, karibu katika matangazo ya moja kwa moja katika uwanja wa Jamhuri jijini Dodoma, ikiwa leo ni siku ya kufunga